I just woke up and I said, no, instead of waiting on a good day, waiting around through ups and downs, waiting on something to happen, I just said, that's right. Fresh, new cologne on, feeling so good, change color to my phone. Orange Kool-Aid, go good with Patron. Oh no, hell no, boy, memory tone, recall watch, had to clean up the dime. Get back when I can, just playing my part. Turn folks had a fish fry, mustard, hot sauce like bread, french fry. Love for the big guy, hit the park, boy showing off the hot snatch roots on the radio. And you know what about last night, hit the big three, bounce to Air Force One, full tall teeth, man, look, and all my homies wanna ride today. And all these parties look tired today. And all we wanna do is get tired today. Hey, we wanna have a good day. And ain't nobody got pride today. Cause ain't nobody gonna die today. Ain't got something going on today. Hey, we wanna have a good day. And I ain't really worried about what nobody say. I'm still a girl grind, that's to pray. I'm a car cleaned up, now I'm ready to play. Make a call to the state, say I'm headed that way. Heard my cousin took me out and y'all just give me a play. Got this new outfit that nigga hot in the States. I'm speaking too soon, but it's a hell of a day. And it's good, got me sitting in a hell of a place. Got my sunshade on and the grin on my face. My new grill looks mean, but I swear I'm straight. And the hood showing love, so I'm okay. And all my homies wanna ride today. And all these parties look tired today. And all we wanna do is get tired today. Hey, we wanna have a good day. And ain't nobody got pride today. Cause ain't nobody gonna die today. They got something going on today. Hey, we wanna have a good day.
We might as well do exactly what the children say. Take the day off, kick the park and just hang. Barbecue, roll a few and put up the juice. And if it's beef, put the piece down for what we do. It's time to change our ways so we can save the day. For the children's sake and make a better place to play. And if it's all good, break out your crew and grip your wood. And if you're in dirty like slip and blow you. But do it real big, exactly like a player should. Enjoy your 24, do your thing and rep your hood. The world is all yours, but still we all brand. Forever in the day, the choice you make is really all mine. And all my homies wanna ride today. And all these parties look tired today. And all we wanna do is get tired today. Hey, we wanna have a good day. And ain't nobody got pride today. Cause ain't nobody gonna die today. They got something going on today. Hey, we wanna have a good day. And all my homies wanna ride today. And all these parties look tired today. And all we wanna do is get tired today. Hey, we wanna have a good day.
Still happens every time. I've been waiting for the perfect opportunity to talk to you and say, even though we're together, I still lose my cool and then my words get in the way. Oh, I be stumbling on my feet, yeah. My heart just skips a beat, yeah. I be mumbling over my words. Oh, I go crazy, crazy when I gotta get this game right tight. Gotta make my neck so right. Gotta do what I gotta do. I'm so into you, you got me open right now. I see cool, but inside I'm shaking. I'm hoping that if every step I'm taking, you're fine, we're fine. In my mind, baby, I swear,
Y'all hear that sound? It's that gospel train coming on through. Time for us to get our morning inspiration from none other than the prophetess Sandra Taylor out of Yamasee, South Carolina. coming on through on that gospel train to get us on the good foot, get the day started right with a little bit of inspiration. You know, you got to get inspired for the day, and that's what she's here for. Sister Sandra Taylor coming through as the gospel train comes around the bend so we can get that morning inspiration. Come on, let's get on up out of that bed. Let's get up into it, not just the music, but the morning inspiration, the word of the day, and the whole morning show. Let's go.
What we got time list. I put you on a plane and fly you to the island. I'm like, hey, you got my heart for forever, it's you. Who held me down, made me better, it's you. Was slipping in my eyes, had me tripping. I was living like I didn't recognize. It's a privilege, but true. Love is hard to find in this day and time. People lie, don't nobody want me tied down. But you got me on the road for it. It's a rap, so you know I'll probably roll for it. Yeah, I'm old school like a Zelda. Bad legs. I still believe in chivalry, you fat legs.
All right, it's time for our morning inspiration, and for that, we turn to Yamasee, South Carolina, for Prophetess Sandra Taylor. Good morning, sis.
Good morning, good morning.
We're ready for that morning inspiration. Take it away.
Good morning, RPP family. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. But he hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob Salah. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. Salah. God bless you on this Tuesday. And remember, something good is going to happen for you today. Congratulations to you, October babies.
My mama told me that if I just hold on, never lose my faith, just keep pressing on. My struggle will be over in the nick of time. It will be alright. I've walked down this road many times before. He has never failed. Keep me in his arms. My struggle will be over in the nick of time. It will be alright. It will be alright. It will be alright. God will take my burdens if I just hold on. It will be alright. We can move it from the clouds of life. Dreams have been shattered, cause I slipped on ice. God will come and save me in the nick of time. It will be alright. I tell you, it's gonna show that it will be alright. Yes, it will be alright. Oh, God will take my burdens if I just hold on. It will be alright. He will, no matter the test or the pain of my past. He will deliver me at all times. The light is shining, the path is not so clear. He brought me this far. I can feel real. He will take my burdens if I just hold on. I know it will be alright. God will take my burdens if I just hold on. It will be alright. Oh, it will be alright. It will be alright. God will take my burdens if I just hold on. God will never leave me. Gotta just stay strong. God will see me through it, and it won't be long. It will be alright. There's some things that I don't like to talk about. There's some things that I'd rather keep on the ground. Behind my smile, I hide. There's some things that I don't like to talk about. I bring my whole life through a perfect filter. It's time for me to paint a different picture. 'Cause when we get real with each other and we share our broken hearts, when we pick up the pieces together, that's when the real love starts. Our past, our pain, we want the shame of our Heavenly Father. That's truly who we are. That's truly who we are. I don't give my trust away easily. Don't like to show the worst parts of me. I'm not alone. I know we both don't give our trust away easily. Don't give our trust away. 'Cause when we get real with each other and we share our broken hearts, when we pick up the pieces together, that's when the real love starts. How can I pain? We want the shame of our Heavenly Father. That's truly who we are. That's truly who we are. Bring my whole life to a perfect picture. It's time for me to paint a different picture. I frame my whole life through a perfect filter. It's time for me to paint a different picture. 'Cause when we get real with each other and we share our broken hearts, when we pick up the
What is going on? Audio.
don't like to talk about. Broken hearts, when we pick up the pieces together, that's when. We are. That's really who we are. Don't get my trust away.
I don't believe if they don't believe in me, it's all real. He never leaves me on my way where I'm supposed to be. It's all good. Cause I'm feeling great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I'm feeling great. Yeah. Cause I'm feeling great. Yeah, yeah. Cause I'm feeling great. Yeah. I got trouble all around me, but I won't let it down me. I should never be afraid, no. I got angels all around me. I don't medicate, I meditate. Pushing back on the boundaries. We are looking for a better day. Bring it back on the downbeat, like, hey, I just keep on smiling cause I feel brand new, yeah. If I do it right, there's nothing left to prove, no. Heaven only knows what I've been going through. I told you we gon' get the W, cause I'm feeling brand new. I got love all around me. Feel away when they doubt me. But I just love them with the love of God. And write it down in my diary. I'm a part of something bigger now. This is really not about me. I was gone, let me break it down. I was lost, but he found me. Like, I'm gonna keep on shining, that's my attitude. Yeah. Get back up and fight it if I ever lose. Yeah. We got hope and sun that'll never move. Told you that he got the W. Cause I'm feeling brand new.
Upside down. Upside down. We've been together, seems like forever, and I wanna spend another lifetime. Cause it don't get much better, don't care about the weather. Oh, as long as I'm with you, I'm safe and warm. I'm happy that I'll spend the rest of my life with you. It ain't been easy, but we make it through other. It ain't been perfect, but we've all. And I love more after our. Life ain't perfect, but we've all. And I love you more after everyone.
So come on, dance with me, baby. Just wrap your arms around me, baby. Hold on tight like the first time I met you. Oh, it's that day, and you're at the side. You showed me, baby, you were better. So honey, I'm riding to the sunset with you. Oh, and I'll spend the rest of my life with you. It'd been easy if I would make it through all the. It ain't been perfect, before. And I love you more after the. Life is perfect, before. And I love you more after everyone. You got a love that can conquer anything.
You are the melody that makes my heart sing.
I'm better than words, that's why you rock my last name.
Swear that I love you.
It ain't been easy, but we make it through all the. It ain't been crazy, but before. And I love you more after the. Life is perfect, but before. And I love you more after everyone. And I love you more after everyone. I'm really worth this while you're up my last name.
Swear that I love you.
That's right. Little ups and downs. We all go through them things. Keep it locked. Right where you got it. More great music is definitely on the way. As we continue to do what we do, we're doing it all to the glory of God. We say good morning to each and every one of you. So glad that you could join us on this AM. It's Tuesday, y'all. Health Tip Tuesday. One more day into the week, and definitely another chance for you to get on to the Royal Praise Party's roll call. Make sure you throw up your city and state. Let us know where you're at. Invite everybody to the party. Let everybody know where the party's at. Broadcasting live and direct from the heart of marvelous Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Encouraging all you guys to vote. Hats off to all you guys that have already voted, man. Just proud of you guys that have already went cast your early ballots. Voting is going on right now. You do not have to wait till that first week of November. You can get your voting done. Most people, a lot of people have already gotten their voting done, avoiding the long lines and the rush and all that good stuff, all that COVID madness that's going to be happening for people trying to vote last minute. Let's get the votes in. Let's make sure that we are registering to vote. If you have not done so, you got time. Get it done, all right? Just make sure that you cast your ballot. We're not telling you who to vote for, but we are encouraging you to vote. Everybody needs to voice their vote, put their vote in, and get your voice heard. That's how we make a difference. Make sure we're voting. There's so much issues on the table that need to be looked at, worked on, and changed. And this is the first part of it, our voting process, putting people in the right place and making sure we're at least casting our vote for who we feel represents us the best, whether it be in our presidential elections or our state elections or our local city, county elections as well. So we definitely need to be a part of the process. So we are encouraging all of you to make sure that you get out there and vote. Let's make sure we cast our vote and take our voice back. Let them think that they're going to just do what they want to do because we ain't showing up. We're going to show up and show out. Don't touch that dial. More great music is on the way as we continue to roll on this holy highway, giving you everything you need by way of gospel music. But before we get back into the music, we got to get into a little bit of sports talk. Yep, it's time for sports talk on the Royal Praise Party. Yes, indeed. The World Series is going on, and we're getting ready to get into Game 6 of the World Series. According to the top story, according to ESPN Plus, World Series 2020, who will be the Fall Classic MVP? That the leader at every moment so far. Who is going to win the MVP honors in the World Series? That's the question. We don't know, but after 5 games of a back and forth fall classic, we can start to narrow down the candidates. Hopefully, it will help set the stage for a memorable finish for the LA Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays. On his website last week, baseball writer Bill James was asked by one of his readers whether he had attempted to create a postseason version of his win shares metric. He hasn't, but in explaining it, James hit upon the chief difference between selecting the MVP of a season as opposed to a playoff series or even a single game. To paraphrase James, when you are talking about a series, it's not too much what you do as when you do it. You can hit 300 with 3 homers and 6 RBIs during the 6 game series without having much impact on how the matchup is decided. But if you have one plate appearance and you hit a game winning 2 run single to turn a loss into a win, you and your name is Brett Phillips, you might have had as much impact on the ultimate decision as anyone. There is, of course, a stat for that. Win probability added over WPA for short. It's a pretty mainstream metric by the point, but if you're unfamiliar with WPA, it has nothing to do with Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Um, at any given point in the game, a team has X% chance to win. Every at bat changes that percentage, and each of those changes are doled out to hitters and pitchers like debits and credits. Add it all up, and you have the WPA. Well, if you want to read this story in its entirety, to try to get a more focused view on who could be the MVP of the classic, then you can check it out. It's already loaded up. The story's already loaded up onto the Raw Praise Party Facebook pages as we turn now to the NFL. On Monday Night Football last night, but top story according to ESPN, Francisco 49ers to be without wide receiver Deebo Samuel and running back Jeff Wilson Jr. for multiple weeks. In Santa Clara, California, just as the San Francisco 49ers offense seemed to be rounding into form over the past 2 weeks, that group has lost 2 more key contributors to injury. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel and running back Jeff Wilson Jr., both of whom played major roles in Sunday's 33-6 win against the New England Patriots, are expected to miss extended time, according to Coach Kyle Shanahan. Samuel is dealing with left hamstring strain and will most likely miss this week's game at the Seattle Seahawks and next week's home contest against the Green Bay Packers, according to Shanahan. It's a big blow for our offense that had leaned heavily on Samuel since he returned from a Jones fracture in his foot in week 4. Samuel had 5 catches and 65 yards against the Patriots before he departed. Deebo is a huge part of our offense, a huge part of our team. Shanahan said, when you have a threat of someone who can hurt you, whether it's blocking or whether it's catching, whether it's running, that always is an issue for defenses. Wilson is the latest 49er to suffer a high left ankle sprain and is expected to go on injured reserve this week, which means he will have to miss at least the next 3 games. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, linebacker Quan Alexander, and running back Raheem Mostert have dealt with or are currently dealing with ankle sprains. Wilson has it in the midst of the best game of his career when his ankle got rolled on the end of the third touchdown run. He finished with 112 yards on 17 attempts and those three scores before departing. If you want to read this story in its entirety, it is also up on the Raw Praise Party Facebook page, all ready for you to check out as we continue giving you some of this sports talk. Last night's Monday Night Football game closed out week 7 of the regular NBA schedule. We're about to start week 8, if I'm not mistaken. Waiting on my scores to pop up from last night's game. Let me see. It looks like the Bears fell to the Rams on yesterday, 24-10. They're tied in their rankings at both at 5 and 2. So the Bears and the Rams wrapped up week 7. Just making sure. Yep, all the scores are in, and that's the final game for week 7 of the regular NFL schedule. Teams on a bye that had a bye this past week were the Colts, the Dolphins, the Vikings, and the Ravens, all on a bye week. As we get ourselves ready for week 8, we'll look ahead to that schedule on tomorrow or Thursday. We'll see. But we just wrapped up week 7 of the regular NFL schedule, and we're going to go into it. World Series going on, week 8 of the NFL schedule about to kick off, and we are still doing our thing. We appreciate you guys. Keep it locked where you got it. We're going to drop you back into the gospel groove, and then we're going to hit your funny bone. We got the comedy praise break coming at you in just a little bit. Don't touch that dial. More great music is on the way, just like this.
Father, we thank you. Lord, we praise you on tonight. You are our God, and we are your people. Come on, everybody, put your hands on the right. Come on. Don't say this in the heart of fire with God. He always steps right in. Because he is so faithful and true. He will do. Listen, come on, tell him, don't worry, don't doubt. Don't doubt. Listen, trust the Lord. Hallelujah, come on, say it again. Don't doubt. Trust the Lord. Come on, say it again. In the heart, come on, move. He always steps right in. Our God is faithful. Listen, he did it for me, he'll do the same thing for you. Come on, say it with us. Don't worry. Don't doubt. Trust the Lord. Hallelujah. Say it again, don't worry. Don't doubt. Trust the Lord. Listen, our God is an awesome God. He's known to be on the yard. Gotta get in and be called. He'll be on the yard. Here we go. Don't worry, don't doubt. Yeah. Trust the Lord. Glory to the name, God. Don't worry. Don't doubt. Trust the Lord. One more time. Because he is an awesome God. Listen, he's known to be all the yard. That's no situation too hard for my God. No circumstance too big for my God. Here we go. Don't worry, don't doubt. Yeah. Trust the Lord. One more time. Don't worry. Don't doubt. Trust the Lord. Come on, put your hands on it. Come on, right here. Come on.
I will praise the Lord. I will praise the Lord. I will praise the Lord. He is a mighty God. Everybody say with me now. I will praise the Lord. I will praise the Lord. The everlasting God. The only living God. Yeah. Jehovah, He is God. Oh, hallelujah. We give you all the glory. Lord, we love you. Come on now. I will praise the Lord. I will praise the Lord, yeah. He is the ever, the only living God, yeah. Jehovah, He is God. Here we go now, here we go now. Bless the Lord, bless the Lord, yeah. Oh, my soul, I will. That is within me, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bless the Lord. As Peter said to the Lord, yeah. I will give you everything I want. That is. Come on now. Can we sing it now? Bless the Lord now. Oh, my soul, yeah. I know that is. Now will you lift your hands and sing with us, say, hallelujah. God, we give you glory. We honor your name. Oh, bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. I know. Come on, y'all. That is. I want to sing that one more time. Sing with me now. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. And now that is within me. Here we go now. I love this part right here. Call His name now. Savior of the world. Died on the cross. And rose again with all power. It's in His hand. He gave it to you. He gave it to me. What's that name? Demons tremble. Demons tremble. They tremble. They tremble. Tremble out of the name now. The Savior of the world. Yeah. Sing His name. Lord, I love you. Lord, I adore you. Yes, I do. Yeah. What's His name? What's His name? Come on, y'all. Bless the Lord. Oh, yeah, we go on. Say it now. And Lord, God is within me. Come on, if that's your testimony, boy. Say it again. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. And Lord, that is. Now I need everybody from these islands, cry out loud. Ladies Island, St. Helena, walking to your daughter. Come on there, Walter. Prince Island, the Husky. Come on, Hilton Head. Jekyll Island, Bobby Island. Come on, Jamaica. I need you in the Bahamas, the Cayman Islands. We'll call His name.
It's time for the RPP Comedy Praise Break on Exquisite Internet Radio.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Sister Monica, please.
Who's calling?
This is brother Deshaun. I'm calling. Actually, I'm a member at a Greater Missionary Baptist Church.
How can I help you?
So I'm calling you actually about the offering. Now, did you? I know you paid your tithe, but you also
Yeah, I pay my tithe every Sunday.
okay. Now you paid a love offering as well, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now this past Sunday, I'm looking at a check that you left us with the bank.
Right. I sure did. I wrote a check Sunday.
Okay. Now the check, ma'am, was $250. Am I correct?
Right. I wrote two checks for my tithe and the love offering. Right. I wrote one for $250 for the love offering.
Okay. Now, ma'am, I know. First of all, I didn't ask you. How's your day going? You doing all right?
My day is fine. How about yours?
Oh, I'm like I said, I'm blessed. Now,
but what is this call regarding? Why are you calling?
What I wanted to tell you is that I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but your check that you wrote for $250 actually has bounced. And
wait a minute. You said my check bounced for $250?
Your check bounced. So what I'm doing is calling you about recouping the $250 as well as you cost us $30 in bank fees.
Wait a minute now. I wrote two checks. I wrote a check for $100. Did that one bounce?
I don't see to it that one bounced. All I know is the one that the love offering has bounced.
Well, did you put them in at the same time? Because I wrote them at the same time.
They all go in on Monday, ma'am. Now, I didn't put them in at the same time. I've been putting them in for the last 2-3 years. The problem is, why would people write these?
What is your name?
I'm Brother Deshaun.
And you was there this Sunday?
I was there. I don't think it matters when I was there, ma'am. The problem is that I done put these checks in, and I don't understand why y'all write these checks to the church.
Wait a
knowing
minute.
that they gonna
y'all write these checks?
There's a lot of people
My
write
checks are good.
Well,
I don't write bad checks.
Well, why
and
do we?
One cleared, why the other one didn't clear?
Maybe you didn't have enough money for both of them to clear.
What did you say?
Maybe you didn't have enough money in the bank for both of them to clear. I don't understand why people
I
write
got
these.
plenty money in the bank. And all my checks clear. I don't write no damn rubber checks.
Well, you wrote one on Sunday, and that's the problem. How you gonna try to give a love?
Confused. Wait a minute, I think you got me confused with somebody else. I don't write no bad checks.
You done wrote
I'm trying to be nice to you.
I'm trying to be nice to you. When can we expect the $250 plus the $30?
And you pay $30.
That's the bank fees, ma'am, for the doggone check bouncing.
My check bounced. I'm gonna check my bank. And if my check clears, you gonna pay me $30 for calling me, harassing me about a $250 check bounce. I don't write no damn.
Why would you write? Well, you want to sit up in the church and write these big number checks when you know you ain't got it in the bank?
What did you say?
I said, why would you write these checks when the money ain't in there?
Let me tell you one thing. I don't write no bad checks, and you got a lot of nerves calling me, telling me my check bounced.
Your check is the one that's bounced. And
I'll tell you what to do. Since my check bounced, you pay the since you got all the money. And don't call me with this again.
Call her back, Cat. Call her back.
Hello?
Don't you hang up on me no more. When are we going to get this $250 and this $30?
Somebody from the church told me I wrote a bad check. I don't write no.
You did write a bad check.
I didn't write no bad check.
Yes, you did.
Why are you calling me? Why the treasurer don't call me at church?
The treasurer is
the
busy.
deacon, I ain't never know the deacon called nobody about no bad check. Your is full of. Thank you. You got the damn money.
I ain't got. Who in the hell is that in the background? Who is that?
Never mind who it is. We both go to the same church. And you gonna call me somebody I wrote a bad check. You don't call me no more. And if the check bad, you pay it, okay?
You pastor know you talking like this.
You pastor know you calling me. Can you answer that?
Look, when are we gonna get this $250? This $280 is what we looking for from you.
I wrote a check for $250.
And
will not get $280. You put the $30 with it.
You put $250 in there, it bounced. $30 cost us on bank fees. That's $280. When can the church expect their money?
Never. Not no $280. You will never get $280.
You gonna make me come by your
and my check ain't. What you say? I'm gonna do what?
You gonna make me come by your house and get this money?
Bring it home. Bring it. Bring it home.
What is the address on
Look
this
on
check?
check?
I got it off the check. Go
Bring it home. I bet you'll be limping back.
I'm watching you. You better not be spending no money nowhere. You better not spend nothing till I get this 250 plus 30.
Whatever I want to, okay?
No, you know what?
I am, and you don't call me no more with this because my check did not bounce. I don't see how one check went through and the other bounced.
Let me say this to you. We cannot accept you back into the house of the Lord no more until you are not. Don't you come in there Sunday until we get.
I'm coming up in there Sunday, and I'm gonna make sure I find your because you the person I want to see.
You go.
And you know what? I'm gonna call the pastor right now and ask him because I don't believe my check bounced. You full of.
Well, let me say this before you call pastor.
No, I'm gonna call pastor. No, you should have talked with pastor before you called me with this information.
I got one more thing I need to say.
You ain't got nothing to say to me. You done upset me with this. I talked about I bounced the check. You should have went to pastor before you called me with this.
I'll call pastor when I get. But I got one more thing to say before I leave. Did you listen?
What do you have to say to me? What do you have to say now that you gonna pay the check?
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your girlfriend.
What did you say?
Baby, this is.
What did you say?
I say this is nephew Tommy, baby, from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your girlfriend has pranked you.
I'm gonna beat that.
It was me written in the writers put me in it. I wonder how my life would read with the people that have heard of me. Me just to learn to be turned away by what they see. What was something itself was blown away and sober, but my life didn't come to believe. But when they do what wants over me, the pages of my life for what's over, close the book and say that's how I want to be. That's a sad commentary when I'm wearing another public to see. When I'm ready, they remember me for walking in integrity. People God called me to be. And if I leave an impression, man, I hope that I'm person with a life that was clean and free. And I pray that it's not embarrassing when they do an everything. Once I finally do leave, let's go. All I came for life is my brother's flame. Or I'm a more like just about to on my ways. I'm about to and my more like Mary, you're a homie that I'm looking to crave. Or I'm a more like April, and for the police down on my waist. Think about it. It's rewritten and the writers put me in it. What would they say about my private life? What would they say? What would they say about commitment to the ministry was strong, but then I never spent time with my wife? What would they say about my character? Would they say I was arrogant and American, full of myself? How would they write about my parenting? Would they say I tried, but I need my children up on the shelf? No, positive and negative. The best thing I ever did was jump down and rap on. Let me talk about the stuff that you would see out on my search. What's the stuff that was done in the ground? What the fuck you talk when a girl spot? When they say that I was off the chain, or when the people complete opposite? When they say my puppet was a proper life for all the things. And my more like came for life to my brother's slave. Or I'm a more like just about to showing on my way to the Hollywood. And my more like Mary, you're a homie that I'm looking to crave. Or I'm a more like April, the peace down with my waist to the Hollywood. It's rewritten in the writers put me in it. Who would they say that I resemble the most? Who would it be? Trust the scenes and both of them handsome. One of them was a symbol of hope. What would I be? Listed among the greats, mentioned among the saints in the hall of faith. Cause I have to be scripted as one of the base, like the product of a product of my own mistakes. Now I know it's not time for the world to be written, and I wonder how my life would really be from 2 years old to my funeral. But I feel know that I succeed. Cause when they make my biography, about the life and times of man means a lot to me. Cause in the story that I leave them, I can be the God's leader or picture, but not the
And everywhere I see it, I go the extra mile. Yeah. Everybody's looking to change, but who we take the lead? Yeah. The change that I want to see is gonna start with me. Yeah. Everybody's saying, I can hear the song. Wow. Everywhere I go the extra mile. Everybody's looking to change. Everybody's looking to change. Who's going to want to change? The change that I want to see is gonna start with me. Come on, say that we're not in it. It's a lie you see that one day to something right with come on, that's the power of it can change anything. What we're thinking, what we're thinking, it's exactly what will be. Nothing, I want to make a difference. You need to make a difference. I want to make everybody say now. You need to make a you can count on me. You need to make I was made to shine, shine, oh, shine. There's a light, I'm made to
You see, for me, I was born and raised in the church, and as a kid, you quite didn't understand it, but I promise you, man, I really appreciate it now, for real. I was born in the church, I was raised in the church, ain't no walking, ain't no talking when they praying in the church. I'm devoted at the church, and I'm serving at the church, get my offering, get my tithes every time I come to church. My baby go to church, ain't no sleeping up in church, no surrounding, get in trouble, get a whooping up in church. Money be free, come to church, and deliver, come to church. Before I gave my life to Christ, I was a sinner up in church. Man, they cooking up the church, for the members of the church. When they get that pay to leave, I'm gonna give me some dessert. Mama, church? What you doing up in church? Got a handful of practice cause you homie up in church. Leading work going to church, leading school going to church, leading house and the traffic and I'm on my way to church. Monday night at the church, choir rehearsal at the church. Wednesday night Bible study and we meeting at the church. Sunday at the church, Sunday evening at the church. Can you please keep it down? Nigga meeting at the church, leaving church on the church. Hey, at the church, at the church, at the church. Choir singing at the church, pastor preaching at the church. He was teaching, I ain't hooping, now they shouting at the church. I was in the church, I was in my mama purse. 7 minutes all you got when you sitting up in church. I was raised in the church, just like a first birth. Time to keep going first. Life is hot at the church, selling fans at the church, but they never on high. Man, they playing at the church, got your breeders at the church, got your ushers at the church. Better take off your hat when you're walking through the church. Do revivals at the church, yes, speakers at the church. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we still at the church. On the call at the church, there's your chance at the church. Anything on your heart, you can leave at the church. Parking lot at the church, kind of full at the church. Better park in the rear so you can leave at the church. Leaving work on the church, leaving school on the church, leaving house and the traffic and I'm on my way to church. Monday night at the church, choir rehearsal at the church. Wednesday night Bible study and we meeting at the church. Sunday morning at the church, Sunday evening at the church. Can you please keep it down? Nigga meeting at the church, leaving church on the church. Hey, at the church, at the church, at the church. If you know you love your church, put your hand in the sky. Everybody represent like this. Let me hear you say, at the church, at the church, at the church, at the church. If you know you love your church, turn your radios up. Everybody represent like this. Let me hear you say, at the church, at the church, at the church, at the church. Leaving work on the church, leaving school going to church, leaving house and the traffic and I'm on my way to church. Monday night at the church, choir rehearsal at the church. Wednesday night at the church. Sunday morning at the church, at the church, at the church.
Yes, so glad that you could join us on AM as we help you get out of that bed, sleepyhead, and let's get it going on today. We say good morning to each and every one of you that are rocking and rolling with us. Hey. But before we get that, let's get to this. A little more music. Taking you down memory lane just a little bit. A little bit of Kirk Franklin this AM. Don't touch that dial. We're coming back after this.
1, 2, 3, get up, we got hey, no weapon they throw at me, you know it won't break now. Yeah, just now, lay off. I'm doing good for you, Jericho, you're waiting on God. He's waiting on you.
So what you gonna do?
Hey, 1, 2, 3, get up, we got victory. No weapon they throw at me, you know it won't prosper now. So I'm gonna get these are changes.
I'm doing good.
I know it's not easy. He's waiting on God. He's waiting on you. He's waiting on you. That's all you've been through. Now what's on you? So what you gonna do? We got this covered. It's not yours. It is the Lord.
You keep trying. Scars, but we can win it. Sing the anthem.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got victory.
Hands up. No weapon formed against you. The reason why you're doing good is because what's ahead of you is greater than all the things that were behind you. You gotta understand that everything was already ordained when you got here for you to do good. See, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered the heart of man. Tell them people paying for it. That's what you are, this girl. You God's child. My brother is in the war. You gotta understand. I'm doing good. Lord, I'm doing
So many lose the faith, so many started by God and they're going astray. So much confusion, so many religions that they say it's hard to choose one. They say, how do we know that the way we choose is the only right decision? Well, I can truly say, He reveals Himself when I walk by faith. And I can feel Him too. He breathed in me and He made me new. And this evidence that He died on the cross, but He rose again. And He died for me, gave His life for me, that's enough for me. So in the midst of all this confusion, I think religion, great by the made up my mind, I've come to this conclusion. He's the only way. In the midst of all this confusion, I think religion, great by the made up my mind, I've come to this conclusion. He's the only way. They nothing to the church on the day. It seems like just one down there. Doesn't really care about the state there. It's a shame how we can mess up the whole. So many preachers out trying to figure out. People confused, thinking that's not real. Time to show the world He's real. We can show them that He's real by the way that we live. I can truly say He reveals Himself when I walk by faith. And I can feel Him too. He breathes in me and He made me new. And it's evidence that He died on the cross again. And He died for me, gave His life for me. That's enough for me. So in the midst of all this confusion, I see religion great by the King. They got my mind come to the conclusion. He's the only way. In the midst of all this confusion, I see religion great by the King. But they got come to the conclusion. Yeah, He's the only way. The only way. I try and I know that He's real. I thought I knew life, but without Him, wasn't it? The only way to the Father through the Son. Yeah, He's the only way. In the midst of all this confusion, I hate religion, great by decision. Make up my mind, I've come to this conclusion. Jesus is the way. He's the only way. In the midst of all this confusion, I hate religion, great by decision. Make up my mind, I've come to this conclusion. He's the only way.
Yes, indeed. He is the only way. A little Kimberly Gunn right there on this AM. We say good morning to you. It's a terrific Tuesday morning as we continue the October baby celebration. Looks like we might get a little rain today, but we still are celebrating the October babies on today. So happy birthday going out to Takiria Brown, Jackie Cody, Gabriel Westbrook, Latricia Grant, Tamika Miller, Tashina Rogers, Margie Smalls, and Felicia Wright, all celebrating on today. We say happy birthday to each and every one of them. a part of October Baby celebration. We're going to get into celebrity birthdays a little bit later on. We're getting ready to get that word of the day out of the A, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Pastor Tony Q, he's up next in just a little bit. We salute each and every one of you. Thank God for you guys coming on through and doing what you do, being a part of the party. It's the party getting it in each and every weekday morning. Right here on social media. We're live on Facebook as well as live on YouTube, doing what we do each and every day. And we're so glad that you're rocking with us on today. Keep it locked where you got it. More great music is definitely on the way as we continue rolling on down this holy highway, giving you nothing but the best in gospel music. Encouraging you guys to make sure you get out and vote. Needs to be heard. Our ancestors fought, bled, and died to give us this right. Don't throw it away. All right. Let's make sure that we are getting out there and doing our part to be a part of the solution. Because if you're not a part of the solution, you're definitely a part of the problem. We don't want you to be a part of the problem. Okay. So make sure you get out and vote. Hats off to all those of you who have voted. I'm still seeing people posting up after their votes, getting that early voting in. Polls are open, trying to keep it from being a rush and a cram situation. So you can get out and vote right now. You don't have to wait till November. You can actually cast your ballot. Many have already done so. You can definitely cast your ballot. There's so many ways to do it. Let's make sure we get out there and be a part of the process. We're encouraging all of our listeners to get out there and vote. All right, it is highly important. A lot of issues on the table. A lot of changes need to be made. A lot of positions need to be given up for the right person that's more concerned about people than they are themselves. So we are encouraging you to get out there and just cast your vote. Whichever way you want to cast it, that's your personal choice. But we definitely want you to make sure that you are voting. Voting is so important to how this things get done and why they get done the way they get done is because a lot of us have spent so many years not voting. But we are encouraging you to break the cycle, break the chain, and let's get into what's going on. Let's teach our children the importance of voting so everybody can know that it is definitely up to us what the next generation looks like. We got to get involved and be a part of it, all right? So we are encouraging everyone to get out there and vote, not just in your presidential elections. We're encouraging you to be a part of your general elections, your state and local and city elections as well. Those determine who's sitting on your city council, who's representing you as mayor of your area, as representing you on the state level, who's representing the city and down on the state level as well. So we definitely want to be a part of it. A lot of times we're voting for who's going to be sheriff and who's going to be the dog catcher, the coroner. All these are elected positions, and we want to be part of that electoral process. You do have a say so. You do have a right. Exercise that right and get into the process. Find out more. You don't have to become a fanatic about politics, but you do need to be aware of what's going on, who's running in your local area as well, who's running for your city councils and your school boards and different things like that. You definitely want to know who's directly affecting us because those local and county things, elections affect us more and impact us real quick. What they're doing on our state and local levels impact us immediately compared to some of the things that have to trickle down out of Washington, D.C. So let's be involved. Let's be involved. At least teach our children to get involved. Definitely, we have sat by on the sidelines for far too long as a people, allowing things to happen to us and not being a part of what's going on. So that's why we need to be on lookout for state and local elections and find out what's going on and spread the word. If you find out something, share it with others and let them know. It might be some information we're finding out during this political process that we didn't know before, but that's a good thing. It's good to learn and find out new things. All right. In the meantime and in between time, we're gonna drop you back into the gospel groove, give you nothing but the best in gospel music, and we're gonna check out the celebrity birthdays that are celebrating on today. All right. Don't touch that down. More great music is on the way.
are. Everything about you is blessed, you are a star. Your life is much more than gold or silver, you're priceless. There's nobody in this world just like you. There's nobody that can do the things you do. As he is, so are you in this world. Want you to know, I just want you to know that you're amazing. That you're amazing. He sent his son as a sacrifice for you. Cause you're amazing. You're so amazing. You're so amazing. Beautiful, just like your father. A holy nation, he has made you. Whatever you need has already been covered. Cause you're amazing. Yes, you're amazing. You know he cares for you. You know he cares for you. Yeah. He paid the price for you. He said his blood for you. Yeah. You know God cares for you. You know he cares for you. Yeah. He paid the price for you. He gave it back to you.
You hear that sound, you know what time it is. It's time for that word of the day. And for that, we head out to the A, all the way out to Atlanta, Georgia, to hear from my brother, RPP family member, Pastor Tony Q. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Great morning, RPP fan. This is the prayer partner, Pastor Tony Q. Apologize for the late. Yeah, a little technical difficulties on this side of the world, but we tell God, thank you anyhow. Praying that you woke up with the praise and worship in your heart. I just have a quick verse before they meet you. I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. We'll talk tomorrow.
song that says this: my God is awesome. He can move mountains. Keep me in the valley. Hide me from the rain. Strength I've been weak. Forever he'll reign. Come on, say my God is awesome. He can move mountains. Keep me in the valley. Hide me from the rain. My God is awesome. He heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weak. Forever he'll reign. Come on, if you believe it, lift your voice and sing. Come on, if you know he's awesome, say. Come on and lift your voice. Awesome. Come on and testify. Awesome. If you believe it, say it. Come on and say it. My God. Think about it. Savior of the whole world. Giver of salvation. By his stripes, I'm healed. God is awesome. Today I am forgiven. Praise his holy name. Come on and testify. You know he's awesome. Say it. Come on and lift your voice and say it. Come on and say awesome. My God. Come on, somebody say, he's mighty, he's mighty, he's mighty, he's mighty, he's mighty, awesome. Come on and lift your voice and testify. Come on and say, he's holy, he's holy, he's holy, he's holy, awesome. Come on and lift your voice and say, come on, he's awesome. Hallelujah. Come on and say, come on and say, he's mighty, he's mighty, he's mighty, he's mighty, awesome. Everybody say awesome. Come on and say, get a little right. Come on and say, come on and lift your voice if you believe it. Say, come on and say, he's holy, he's holy, he's holy, he's holy, awesome. Come on, everybody on the testify. Somebody lift your voice and say, provider, 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 awesome. Hallelujah, lift your voice. Somebody let hell know, protector, protector. Has he looked out for you? Protector, awesome. Everybody say awesome. Let's get out of here. My God. He just went around to keep you in the valley. Hide you from the rain. My God is awesome. He heals me when I'm broken. Strength when I'm weak. Praise his holy name. Somebody ought to celebrate the awesome God.
Yes, indeedy. My God is awesome. Don't touch that dial. Well, great music is definitely on the way. You're listening to the Royal Praise Party. We are broadcasting live and direct from the heart of marvelous Moncks Corner, South Carolina. And we are still inside the October Baby celebration. Got a few more days left to get it in. Don't forget, we're ending it this Saturday with Holy Weed. That's right, the 14th annual Holy Weed. It's coming down the pipe this Saturday. You don't want to miss it from 6 to 8 p.m. right here in Moncks Corner, 113 Underbrush Court. If you need more information about it, give us a call at 843-263-9379. All right. We want to wish all you October babies out there a happy birthday, especially if your name is Takiria Brown, Jackie Cody, Deborah Westbrook, Latricia Grant, Tamika Miller, Tashina Rogers, Margie Smalls, or Felicia Wright. They're all celebrating birthdays on today. We say happy birthday to each and every one of them, but they are not alone. There's some famous people celebrating birthdays, like Kelly Osbourne turns 36 on today. TV show host and famous daughter of Black Sabbath rocker Ozzy Osbourne, who pursued a musical career, releasing songs like her cover of Madonna's Papa Don't Preach. Kelly Osbourne, she turns 36 years old on today at Westminster, England. Her mom, actually Sharon Osbourne, celebrated the beginning part of the month, so they're both October babies. And how about Lonzo Ball, turning 23 on today? We say happy birthday to Lonzo out of Anaheim, California. He's the point guard who was selected second overall in the 2017 NBA draft by the LA Lakers. After his second NBA season, he was traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, and he played 1 year of college basketball at UCLA. At Chino Hills High School, he was the 2016 Naismith Prep Player of the Year, as well as the 2016 Morgan Wooten Player of the Year. Lonzo Ball, he's an October baby, turning 23 years old. Born on this day, the late President Theodore Roosevelt. He was an October baby, y'all. Born in 1858, passed away in 1919. Theodore Roosevelt was from New York, New York. He was the 26th president of the United States and one of the earliest leaders of the progressive movement. He was the first president to win a Nobel Peace Prize. Theodore Roosevelt, born on this day back in 1858. Who else? Let's see. I think we got a few more birthdays on today. Let me see. TV actress Samantha Logan, soap opera actress. She's turning 24 on today. Also, let's see. Movie actor Gavin Lewis turned 17. And that might be it. We might have one or two more. Let me double check. Okay. And last but not least, well, she's not last, but Alba Flores turns 34 on today. You might not know the name as well as you know the face. She's out of Spain, but she became world renowned and world known for her role in Money Heist. Yes, and she is an October baby. Alba Flores. She played the role of Nairobi in Money Heist in 2017. So she's in Madrid, Spain. She's 34 years old on today. We say happy birthday to her. Also, legendary movie actor John Cleese turns 81 on today. John Cleese, been doing it a long time out of England. Monty Python comic actor and writer who played the role of in A Fish Called Wanda. His most timeless works include Monty Python and The Holy Grail, Meaning of Life, The Life of Brian. As a voice actor, he played Samuel the Sheep in Charlotte's Web. John Cleese, turning 81 years old on today. I believe it might be the last one for today. Just a few of those October babies that are celebrating on today. We say happy birthday to each and every one of you guys celebrating on this day and celebrating for this month, as a matter of fact. So we say happy birthday to you all. We're going to give you a little more music, y'all. Then we're coming back with the health tip, a little good news you can use, and more. So don't you dare touch that dial. This is the World Praise Party, and we are showing up getting it in
And give me that fire, fire, back. Give me that flame, flame, flame. Give me that, give me that, give me that. After all you can give me that. If it's mine, if it's good for me, give me that. I want it all. Give me that Bible, give me that Michael. Drop Jesus in it, wait so we can make a disciple. Can't surpass Christ, there's no faith in his title. A passion for Christ, a happy praying for revival. Give me my city, yeah, give me that. Less fish, gospel of peace, yeah, you can give me that. Fresh kicks, give me that. Bless the blessing, Lord, I'm desperate. You gave me a life, so I look forward to my exit. I used to be a punk kid, used to want to run big, used to want to hunt to turn our ones into hundreds. Used to want to blunt to be blunt, I wanted trees just to alter my mind. Now I find I'm wanting Jesus. Used to want to roll mad deep on the street, wanna hold the heat on the road like a secret. Gospel that penetrated my soul on the sneak tip. Took control, now I'm in the soul like a leaflet. Give me that fire, give me that flame, give me that fresh wind, give me that rain, give me that freedom, you can have the change. Give me that God, you can give me that thing. Give me that fire, that flame, give me that fresh wind, give me that rain, give me that freedom, you can have the change. Give me that God, you can give me that thing. I know you got riches, I know you got ice. Your life is a big party, you're partying all night. You don't mind, I know in Christ, in your mind, that's alright. You might not get this now, but you're kind of a star type. You keep with the trend. Who's your middle name? On your page, you got a chain. That truth like a Wayne. If that's true, then a bitch. Maybe you're in a range. Maybe she's dropping crazy. Nothing's crazier than your brain. This is a shame. That's the age of game. Maybe an age of change in an age. It's like a page in a flame. Just smoke, just mirrors, just vaporous rain. To see a holy God, not one of your favorite things. I was just like, but God moved on the fellow. Gave me good news that I could use on the ghetto. Maybe it's you who wants the U-turn to settle. You get it, you do, I'll tell you it's been settled. Fire, give me that flame, give me that fresh wind, give me that rain, give me that freedom, you can have the change. Give me that God, you can give me that peace. Give me that fire, that flame, give me that fresh wind, give me that rain, give me that freedom, you can have the change. Give me that God, you can give me all things. So we got platinum, we got a Lord. If we want, we can ask him, but he's our reward. Gotta be perfect, it can't be 3 out of 4. If the sticker falling short, then he got a cure. Give me that joy, that hero. Give me that grace to never chase the done hero. How much glory should you give your boy Zero? Capricorn speak with the lamb like a hero. Give me that day, we choose you over shining. Truth over climbing, virtue over diamond. Give me some change, sometimes I do need the dough. And give me some pain, something I do need to grow. Give me what I won't ask for. Don't give me what I see when I creep on a sheep. Give me your pastor. Give me life, just like you intended. It's like to see you raised like the day you ascended. Give me that flame, give me that fresh wind, give me that rain, give me that freedom, you can have the change. Give me that God, you can give me all things. Give me that fire, that flame, give me that fresh wind, give me that rain, give me that freedom, you can have the change. Give me that God, you can give me all things. Pull up knocking and surrender with the knock down. Turn it up and let the truth be the knock down. When the haters try to stop you, tell them knock down. G.O.M. know the call when we have out. It's G.O.M. the squad, oh yeah. If you're rolling with the mob, oh yeah. If you're ready for the ride, oh yeah. If you're going for your God, oh yeah. Keep your over moolah, I say, oh yeah. They say
say I'm on my scuba. I said, oh yeah. Take them deep into Yeshua. I said, oh yeah. That turn for the ruler on me, oh yeah. God over money, man, that's all I know. That's all I know. Know the God from me, and that's all I want. That's all I want. God over money, man, that's all I know. That's all I know. Know the God from me, and that's all I want. That's all I want. All I know, 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 all I know. They said somebody gotta hold the black down. Am I tripping cause I'm feeling like a black clown? They hate what they saying that I'm hot now. Tell them that I'm rolling with the rock now. They say we unashamed. I'm like, oh yeah. Then we came to lift his name. I'm like, oh yeah. Sick and tired of the same. I'm like, oh yeah. If you ready for a change, I'm like, oh yeah. God is undefeated on me, oh yeah. He got it if you need it, I go, oh yeah. He said he never leaving on me, oh yeah. So we can be with Jesus on me, oh yeah. God over money, man, that's all I know, that's all I know. Know the God from me, yeah, that's all I want, that's all I want. God over money, man, that's all I know, know the God from me, yeah, that's all I want, that's all I want. All I know, 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 all I know. Let me take a minute just to rap. If I get it, I ain't finna give it back. Blowing like you in love with the cocoa. Oh no, what is in the that? This is that. Used to be a center rap. Now I take breaks with a center that. In the trap, I was never living that. Hit the tracks, I was really into that. Did it for a minute, now I'm giving back. You would think I had a whole lot of dough. 45K made, well, wishes come true for a whole lot of folks. Glory to the Most High. What is God? What we doing? Don't try. Give it to him. Listen to it. No lie. Mission on you. Wishing you to know God. G-O-L. God over money, man, that's all I know, that's all I know. Know the God from me, yeah, that's all I want, that's all I want. God over money, man, that's all I know, that's all I know. Know the God from me, yeah, that's all I want, that's all I want. All I know, 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 all I know.
Yes, indeed. This is the Royal Praise Party. We are getting it in. Don't touch that down. More great music is definitely on the way. But right now, it's time for a little good news that you can use and a help tip of the day. This help tip is going out for our seniors. It's an article from thegoodnews.com. It says even moderate socializing with friends could ward off dementia in older people, study finds. Older people who report greater levels of social engagement have more robust gray matter in regions of the brain relevant in dementia, according to new research led by scientists at the University of Pittsburgh Graduate School of Public Health. It is the first is to use a particularly sensitive type of brain imaging to conduct such an evaluation. The findings reported in the Journal of Gerontology, Psychology Sciences suggest that prescribing socializing could benefit older adults in warding off dementia. Much of the way prescribing physical activity can help to prevent diabetes or heart disease. It goes on to say, if I can get it to straighten up here, our data were collected before COVID-19 pandemic, but I believe our findings are particularly important right now since a one-size-fits-all social isolation of all older adults may place them at risk for conditions such as dementia. said lead author Cynthia Felix, MD, MPH, a geriatrician and a postdoctoral associate in Pitt Public Health's Department of Epidemiology. Older adults should know it is important for their brain health that they still seek out social engagement in safe and balanced ways during the pandemic. Felix and her colleagues used information about social engagement from 219 community dwelling participants from the health, aging, and body composition. That's the health. Study these participants who average 83 years old also received a sensitive brain scan called diffusion tensor imaging (MRI) that measured the cellular activity of brain cells used for social engagement. These participants provided detailed information about their social engagement and were scored using a tool Felix developed. High scores were awarded to people who did things like play cards, board games, go to movies, travel long distances, attend classes, lectures, or adult education events, participate in church or other community activities, get together with children, friends, relatives, and neighbors at least once a week, volunteer or work, be married, and live with others. Felix and colleagues found that greater social engagement is related to better microstructural integrity of brain gray matter in these older adults. Maintaining brain health is of critical importance. Once brain cells die, dementia typically follows. Social engagement with at least one other relative or friend activates specific brain regions needed to recognize familiar faces and emotions, make decisions, and feel rewarded. The good news is that even moderate doses seem to be beneficial. We need to do more research on the details, but that's the beauty of this. Social engagement costs hardly anything, and we do not have to worry about side effects, Felix said. There is no cure for dementia, which has tremendous costs in terms of treatment and caregiving. Preventing dementia, therefore, has to be the focus. It's the use it or lose it philosophy when it comes to the brain. If you want to read this story in its entirety, we're going to go ahead and load it up onto the Raw Praise Party Facebook page. This is our health tip for our seniors. All right, so you can check that out as we get it loaded up onto the Raw Praise Party Facebook page. We got the comedy praise break and a few more songs to play, and we're going to wrap it up for today. Don't touch that dial. More great music is on the way, just like this.
Won't you that holy city one of these days? You know that. Won't you that holy city one of these days? Hallelujah. Won't you that holy city? You the holy city. Holy city one of these days. Won't you that holy city one of these days? You know that. Won't you that holy city one of these days? Hallelujah. Won't you that holy to the holy city, like holy city. I'm gonna sing and never get tired one of these days. You know that I'm gonna sing, yes I am. I'm gonna sing and never get tired. Sing and never get tired, never get tired. One of these days, 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 one of these days. One of these days, one of these days, one of these days, one of these days, I'm gonna be that holy city. I'm gonna walk the streets of glory one of these days. You know that I'm gonna walk the streets of glory.
Straight must not want no money. I'm banging on the bell. What? You know your Ice Cube. You in charge, homie? Yeah, man. I'm in charge. Jamie King, man. Nice to meet you, man. Yeah, man. What's up, man? Baby. Man, if I didn't know y'all was coming, man, I've been sagging a little further. We ain't tripping on good. What's up, man? You know you are.
Hey, Jeremy, what's going on?
Do I need to call security? No, man. You got to call security. This is the West Side Connection, man. West Side Connection. Y'all need to call me, let me know y'all was coming down, man. This is Mac 10 Inglewood. I was up to no good. You know what I'm saying? WC, what's up? Look, and everybody know Ice Cube.
Welcome to the Pink Tower.
Thank you. Hey, this you, home? Well, you know, player. Hold up. She looking good, homie. I think you need some handcuffs for her. Hey, Fancy, calm down. You all over, man. Calm down. You know, act like you don't see so much. What can I do for you? See, got that ballroom over there. You know, we throwing a little get together for the homies, so. You know, we just wanted to come get in there. Yeah. Be real cool. You can give us a couple of rooms to kick in, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, 10 ain't no thing, though. We got plenty of space, huh?
Jamie, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You know the ballroom can only be booked a week in advance.
But Braxton, if word gets out that Ice Cube is here, it's going to mean a lot of business for us. So besides, he's Ice Cube!
That's what he says. Now, I am sorry, Mr. Cubicles. McDonald's and W.C. Fields, but I have to see some identification.
You ain't got no identification. Where your ID?
I will have you know, I have a yellow belt in hot keto.
Hey, Q, don't break them off right now, man, please. Hey, Matt, I'm sure you carry a credit card, dog. Credit card? I'm a hustler. I ain't got no credit.
You see, he's hustling. At least he's doing something. Hey, then what y'all got? What y'all do? Y'all take cash? Of course, when I saw the movie, you know, I thought you were gonna really say it out. What you doing, man? Hey, all right, look, I'm coming. Look, let me go get your keys first. Here you go.
I'll show you your room.
Why you have to take the room? I already got numbers on it. You need to check out the 40 later. It's gonna be off the hook.
Ooh, I'd love to.
Fancy, what the hell? I got a couple homies with me. Oh, no problem. All right. What? Did you say what side or what coast? JG, ready to hey, how you doing? It's over to me. I know you see this love, this is over the G. Chasing after the cross. Up in we way up.
Well, that's about going to do it for me here on the Royal Praise Party. As always, it's been a pleasure, a privilege, and so much fun getting it in with you on this AM. If be the will of the Lord, we're going to do it on tomorrow. So meet me right back here, same gospel time, same gospel station, and we'll get it in one more again. I'll have everything ready for you in the morning. All you got to do is get up, get in, sit down, relax, and enjoy the ride. All right. We got it going on for the rest of the day. I want you to enjoy your day and be safe out there. Don't forget to get registered. If you have not voted, get your voting on. Voting is going on right now as we speak. So we encourage you to get out there and cast your vote. Let your voice be heard. All right. God bless each and every one of you. I want you to have yourself a marvelous day as you go along your journey. Don't let nobody steal your joy. It's a gift from God. So don't you dare give up your gift without a fight. And above all else, if you remember nothing else, remember, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So have yourself a blessed day. Peace.
JG, ready to hey, how you doing? It's over to me. I know you see this love, this is over the G. Chasing after the cross. Up in we way up. You my big like no one. You know my squad, every day's a week. They see the light, bro. I'm close to no talking. They will be speaking. Find a little love is spreading on. When we get it, that's how we get you. He's changing our ways, yeah. That's what it's so saying. We be rocking stages. But there's nothing even know it. I ain't changing the thing. I hope you know. You got to be. I hope you know. You need to solve the chemistry. I hope you know. We put us on stage. We be on the stages. But there's my team away. Just the thing I hope you know. That's what I'm feeling. Y'all in the shame. Realize the name. The living no fear. No stage. Enough about that. Let's get to the back. Yeah, I'm on board. We ain't never looking back. We see our past. We see our promise. We try to graduate and we ain't college. We don't know what it's in again. Rocking the mic, but you ready to get in. We ain't never been the same. You gotta do this with your age. All of us is every day. All of us is making stop for the money you're paying. Extra read on the product. You hit the news related to who I want.